Man, I love how cursed my playmat is. Or my card game playmat.
That whole picture is just really good. You've got the cursed playmat, but then you've got
My VTube
your
sleeves.
Corone.
Yeah, my Melia. And then my Gridman deck box. My waifu Gridman deck box.
I doubt there's a picture in the world that fully encapsulates you as a person. Anymore encapsulates you as a person.
Oh no.
Perfectly exemplary of who you are. I'm sorry, I don't know how to tell you this, Josh, but it's just kind of how it goes.
Oh my god, it's fine.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Hello everyone.
Howdy.
And welcome back to the smokiest of rooms.
Oh.
I am sure Smokey the Bear is going to show up in his shirtless glory.
Oh, hang on. What's up, guys? It's me, the guy who finishes video games. I finished another video game this year. How cool is that?
Everyone patronize him in the comments below.
Come on, give me that round of applause. Give me them claps, baby.
Patronize him.
Patronize me. I need it. No, I don't. It's fine. But, yeah. Beat Infamous Second Son.
Yeah.
That game controls like ass.
Yeah.
The game plays horribly.
Yeah. That could have been Sly 4.
Could have been Sly 4. Shame. Darn shame. Crying shame.
You want a Sly game to play that poorly?
No, not that poorly.
Well, there you go.
But like, I mean, if Sucker Punch handled it, because it was Sanzaru who did did Sly 4.
Oh, like Sucker Punch doing it would be any better.
I mean, like if they had they as a team understood what Sly used to be, so they would have been able to at least.
You just say that. Does anyone still work there?
I don't. But well, between those two time periods, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't think they do. I think it's an entirely new staff.
It probably is, to be fair, but it's fine.
It'd be full of people who remember Sly, and you never want a staff of fans working on a project. Yeah,
fair enough. But
you know how it gets.
No, like the narrative was kind of weak. Delson's a little insufferable.
Yeah,
I think that was the genesis of everyone being on the Troy Baker train. Or it was around it was either kind of toward the beginning.
It was late the previous gen and early that gen that it was definitely you had your Nolan Norths and you had your Troy Bakers. Those were your two actors.
Yeah. Period. That's all you had.
And I legitimately couldn't tell them apart. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's Troy Baker who played the main character of Delson.
Okay. That's a bad name.
His name's Delson Rowe.
Delson!
Well, in game, he says his mom got it from an old western, so...
Delson!
And his brother's name is Reggie. Reggie Rowe.
Okay.
I mean, it was kind of fun to play sometimes.
But not all the time?
Not all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Boss fights, what a fucking slog.
I don't know what you did with your eyebrows just there. When he was just sometimes he rose his eyebrows in a really weird way. Yeah,
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, you were sometimes.
I didn't even.
And I'm I don't know what that means. Is he being sarcastic? Is he being sensual? What does this mean?
Nothing about Infamous Second Son makes me feel sensual. Not a single thing about it.
Okay.
But I'm glad I finally played this game that's almost 10 years old.
Doesn't that feel good?
So, I mean, it felt alright, but it was fun to actually beat it.
Yeah.
And I beat it almost at 100%.
Lit.
That kind of game, super easy to just knock out all of the side stuff as you go.
Yeah.
I just
you pick up all the feathers.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. Bro. Let me fucking tell you, Assassin's Creed 2, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna platinum this video game. I've gotten every single other trophy except the feathers, because I didn't collect all the feathers in every city as I was going through them.
Yeah.
Like a fucking moron. So now I have to hold up a guide. I'm like, okay, because there's no tracker to tell you what feathers you got where.
Yeah.
So I have to go to each location on a guide. Oh, I already got this one. Oh, I already got this one. There's 100 of these motherfuckers. Well,
that's why you don't collect any. Until you go and collect all of them in one fell swoop.
I know, but I was a child, and I don't want to restart the game because I'll have to get all the other achievements again. Well, no, not to get the achievements, because the achievements kind of carry on through multiple saves.
Yeah.
And there's no percentage number attached to a save file.
No.
So like I guess I could
Yeah.
start the game over. But
Yeah.
that would imply that would mean I would have to play through Assassin's Creed 2 again, and I don't know if I really want to
Don't
do
you
that
like
right now. I like Ezio.
God, I forgot his name. I was really
I
struggling.
specifically I do like Assassin's Creed 2 Ezio.
Mhm.
Like Revelations Ezio, Brotherhood Ezio. He's all right, but like
That's a franchise mascot at that point, not a character.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
So
my problem is that I literally only remember one scene from all of Assassin's Creed. I played the first 4 games.
that's wild to me.
I only remember one scene.
Okay.
And that's hey, what's the matter with you, Altier? That's racist. You're racist. That's the only scene I remember from the entirety of Assassin's Creed.
Glorious. Holy shit.
I literally don't remember anything else.
I probably put like I want to say like 30 or 40 hours into Odyssey.
Uh-huh.
Like
Which one's that one?
that's the Greek one.
Okay. Not the Egypt one?
No, that's Origin.
Mm.
So it's just like I was for the most part enjoying my time,
Yeah.
but it's just kind of like I got to the point I'm like, well, it's just Assassin's Creed and I'm bored as fuck.
I was there before finishing the second game, and I still played through fucking Brotherhood and Revelations. Revelations.
Oh god. No, like cuz I watched Ian when he was streaming Odyssey.
Yeah.
That's kind of like how I'd like watch a lot of the like extra stuff. You didn't know it, Ian, but I was there. But like see, that's the thing about you motherfuckers. You don't know it, but I'm there. I'm watching.
He's watching you, Fab. He's studying. He's taking notes.
And guess what? I like it. Anyway.
Okay. If that's the hill you want to die on.
Oh, gladly. But no. Assassin's Creed is just boring as fuck, dude.
Right?
It's so boring.
People always ask me why I refuse to play like the Insomniac Spider-Man, and my answer is just always I don't want to play Assassin's Creed. And they don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm like, are you blind?
I mean, the only fun thing about Spider-Man is the swinging. I enjoy that. Although I haven't played Spider-Man 2 yet.
Yeah.
But I don't know if this is a setting in the first game, but there's a slider for realistic swinging. So like in the first game, you can dive until you're like this far away from the ground.
Yeah.
And you can still swing up and away.
Yeah, that's fine.
There is a realistic swing where you have to have to make sure your arcs are big enough, and when you're attached to a building,
no, see, that's dumb at that
building.
point. I don't care.
Like
I
it's
just if I want to be a superhero, I don't want to be a lame ass Peter Parker.
Yeah. So it's a slider for like how well that stuff works. Like it's like a swing handicap or whatever.
People are dumb. Okay, that's fine.
And it's silly
because
you'll just run into shit all the time when you swing too low.
We're gonna bop Cliff on the snoot.
I'm gonna bop,
just bop.
As they say, pop goes the weasel. This is NPR Public Radio.
Where's my gun? We exchange glances as the music swells. He breathes out and gets up from the sofa, taking my paw that was still resting on his leg. Stand up, please. I'd like to show you something. I get back up to my feet. The weasel slides an arm around my waist, putting a paw on my back. It's warm. Dancing? Have you ever danced before? Only for clients who requested it, but he doesn't need to know that. No, a few times. Wonderful. He snakes?
Yeah, like snakes.
Snacks up against me. I step back and he closes the gap again. Let's try to move as one. When I pull, you push. I step back. This time, I step forward, managing to somewhat match the rhythm of the music. His chest presses against my body. His warm paws squeeze mine tightly. And now, watch my footwork. We move back and forth across the room. It becomes a game of sorts as I try to imitate what Cliff does, and my pace adjusts to his.
The game pauses. A screen pops up. Please connect dance pad. And then it's just like a DDR.
No. Detecting Microsoft Connect. Or Xbox Connect.
Yeah. Or is it? Shit, I think it's Xbox Connect.
Yeah.
And then it just turns into Just Dance.
Let's go!
Oh, shit. There's 3D models of the smoke room characters just like...
And
then the song that just plays is the Han Solo parody cover mix of Riding Solo. I'm Han Solo, Han Solo, Han Solo, Solo.
I can't.
Oh no, it would be better because there's a better version of that song that I listened to in my youth. By this guy who was on YouTube and so in the early days, he went by Nice Peter. He made a parody of that song called No Homo. It would be really funny to play here.
No.
It's very good.
I help him twirl around, narrowly avoiding swatting him with my tail yet again. You're a natural, Sam. Made it your job to teach people new things. Again, no. I smirk at him. He presses into me, paws sticking. We're both starting to break a sweat. The weasel's mouth opens slightly, a slender tongue poking out as he pants softly. I follow suit, struggling to keep up as the steps get more complicated. The weasel, not so much. His speed doesn't surprise me, considering what he is. I've always heard it's in a weasel's blood to be cowardly.
Damn.
It's in his nature to be built to run.
Built to run.
I can't help but wish that I was built to slip away too. The song winds down to a close, and the record stops, so we collapse on the sofa together. I enjoyed that. Where do you learn to step like that? My parents insisted on lessons when I was young. I stopped going after my mother passed away, but dancing is something you never really forget how to do. But if you don't mind, I think I shall get some rest. It's been a long day, and tomorrow will be longer still. Where do I sleep? You can take the bed. I'll sleep here. Okay, I'd offer to sleep together, but the bed is far too small for two people. I don't mind sleeping here, actually. It's your bed. Oh, no, I insist. He points to the door next to the phonograph. The bedroom is behind that door. The washroom is adjacent to it. Should you want to clean up? No, thanks. I'll keep that in mind. As I get up, the weasel grabs my wrist tightly, a muzzle curling upwards into a sly smile. Good night, Samuel. Good night, Professor. He doesn't correct me this time.
He is so in love with Sam.
It's
He's
terrible.
So in love with this man.
It's terrible, truly.
Truly awful.
Right. Dawn is about to break by the time we make our way to the town square. The town's still asleep. The early chirping of birds sounds above us, but besides that, there's no sound but our footsteps. The air is still cool, and I kick myself, wishing I'd brought something thicker than this shirt. Cliff is walking next to me, a bag of taffies in hand. Every now and then he offers me one, but I'm still full from the large breakfast he made me. I can see the apple tree in front of the town hall. Shivers run up my spine, memories of James from yesterday coming back to me. Will Nick be okay if I do this? Leave Echo? Then again, Nick knows how to take care of himself. If anybody's really in trouble, it's probably me.
Yeah, him and Yao are gonna strike it big, get some gold, and get the
Yeah.
hell out of here.
Yeah, or die from a giant spider.
Or die from a giant spider.
Yeah.
But let's think that's not gonna happen, right?
They'll die. Benny will get the treasure somehow.
Somehow.
And be like, yay, me!
Yay me.
My god!
I'm gonna buy this town. I'm gonna buy this town.
This poor little guy. He can't exactly do anything to Nick if I'm not even around. Can he? We're getting close. I blink when the weasel's voice brings me back to reality. With any luck, they'll already be there. You wouldn't happen to be looking for us, would you?
He dead ass just muscles his way into this route.
He really does.
He's like, your route, our route.
He does this every route. And I want to pick up this fox, walk over to a trash can, open it, and just slide him in there and go, this is your home now, while like rubbing his whittle face, and then close the door. It's like, I don't hate you, Murdoch, but this is how it has to be.
I can take Murdoch in moderation.
Yeah. Now Murdoch's brother-in-law.
Oh my god.
We'd be getting places. That goddamn fox.
Even Sam's like, you're in this route too. I can't get away from you.
Of course he just has to be here. This is gonna make my escape a lot more difficult.
Oh, hey.
There he is.
There he is.
This is one of my favorites.
Because did we meet him in another route?
No. He's exclusive to the Cliffs route.
Oh.
He's like, is he my favorite? I don't know.
Is he?
He's up there. He's like easily top 3.
You like this horse?
I like this horse a lot.
Look at this horse. This horse is amazing.
Yeah.
Give it a lick.
Yeah.
He tastes just like raisins. With a stroke of his mane, it turns into a plane, and then he turns back again when you tug on his winky. Ooh, that's dirty. Shut up, get on my horse.
Murdoch steps out from behind the apple tree. He's followed by a horse with a blonde mane and cap. This is the fellow Cliff was sketching last night. Must be our guide. Heavens, you startled me. Terribly sorry, Mr. Tibbets. His muzzle splits into a toothy grin. I got the extra supplies you asked for. Oh, thank you, and Clifford is fine. Anyway, Samuel. He gestures to the horse, who seems to be looking straight ahead through me. This is Mr. Coles. Mr. Coles, this is the man I told you about.
Mr. Cole.
The stallion takes a moment to respond. Finally, he extends a paw. A paw?
Okay, they're all animals. I think hands are paws. We've had this discussion. Hands are paws. Feet are foot paws, even if he's a horse. Because he's not going to just have hooves.
Okay, but that'd be funny.
So he doesn't have foot paws. He probably has hooves for feet.
Yeah, because
Carl has
hoof feet.
Correct.
But paws.
Correct. But he has like little black like nubbins, like they're
Yeah.
supposed to be kind of
Yeah, I know what you
kind
mean.
of hoofy
Yeah.
on the ends of his fingers, right?
Yeah, it's weird.
So that's likely the same as
It's-
this. But notice,
it's weird.
Notice his hands are in his pocket, and probably for a reason. Because they're like, how do we do this? They're like, hey, put his hands in his pockets so we don't have to think about it.
This is true. You can play Jeb.
It's Jeb.
Jeb.
Call me Jebediah. Jeb's fine too.
Sam. And we shake paws. His are rough to the touch.
Does pause and thinking about him just not like, do they not connect in your mind?
No, it's just funny.
Oh, okay.
It's just funny. You know, you have the deer from Adventure Time.
True. Horrible. Man, the first time I watched that, I was like, what the fuck?
I was like, yeah, that's fine. And you know Murdoch? I'm afraid I do.
Unfortunately.
Yo, same, Sam. Yo, same.
He's just like you, for real.
He's like me, fur. Quite the rogues gallery we've assembled, eh? You're coming too? Of course he is. Every expedition needs to be well documented, and what better way to document than with a camera? Murdoch shakes the camera hanging from his neck. A Cliff here came to our store to buy supplies.
So, did
Yes.
in Echo,
Yes.
when we find the pictures,
Yeah.
were there any pictures from the expedition in there, or is it mostly
I
just
don't know.
stuff around the town?
Just from around the town.
Okay.
There's nothing of Murdoch.
Okay. Right. So he's obviously the one.
Because
taking
Murdoch
it.
was added after Echo was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when you remember when we read Leo's route and when not Samuel was listing off all his friends,
Yeah.
he says Cliff, Nick, William, and Cynthia.
No Murdoch in sight.
Now, granted, in the latest update of Echo, it now says Cynthia and Murdoch.
So clever.
So they've had to.
You can do that. You can change your video game. How clever.
I can see the future. Oh, the future is changing.
So dumb.
This is the power of the Monado.
Oh, does Murdoch wield the Monado?
No. He's like, ouch, my rifle is scorching hot.
Ah, so that's him.
No.
Hmm.
And then Cliff jumps out with, it's Rhine time. You can't spell rainbow without Rhine. What a bunch of jokers.
What a bunch of jokers. Horrible. Fucking terrible.
No, it's good. It's good.
Is it?
We ended up talking while I was helping with deliveries. I showed him some of my work and some of the town, and he offered to hire me. I heard. The photos and some of the town definitely aren't the only thing he showed him. Okay. That was a sneeze! That was a sneeze from a lad!
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yep.
I thought it was gonna die, and then it snuck back up on me.
Yep. No.
Ah, fuck.
No. This is why you have to announce the sneeze.
No, because
then it will become a coward and slink away.
well, because
Proven fact.
I
Proven
know.
fact.
So I can't, especially because it was winding up. I know how it would have sounded coming out of my mouth, and I didn't need that on recorded.
Mm-hmm. It's too late
air.
about that.
Well, just how I would have said that I was gonna sneeze.
Mhm.
It would have sounded very erotic,
Okay.
probably, and I didn't need that to be recorded.
Mm-hmm. Why? Do you have objections to him coming along, Sam? Yes.
I
Yes.
hate him.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. You could it says attempt to raise an objection.
Yeah. So what do you want?
I mean, I'm
What do you want?
certainly less bothered than you are.
I'm at. Well, you're. What do you want?
I would not object because I don't care.
Okay. Gotta play nice for now. I can't afford them getting suspicious. Of course not. Just didn't figure you were the adventuring type. Oh, you're absolutely right. But my family business is getting paid quite handsomely. My parents insisted I go. Besides, I've heard there's all sorts of exciting scenery on the road. He's rather obviously looking at Cliff, who doesn't notice. I suppose now that introductions have been dealt with, we can be on our way. Jebediah nods his head with a grunt. He slides his large pack over his shoulder, heading down the main street. Good. Cliff follows, leaving Murdoch and me behind. As I get ready to go with them, the fox walks up to me, hands in his pockets. There's a curious smile tugging at his muzzle. So, Sam? You left quite suddenly yesterday. What's the matter? I have to think of something to say, and fast. I could ask you the same thing. What's going on between you and Cliff? Don't dodge the question. Just trading information, same as you did. Did he tell you? No, but I know what foxes smell like. He shakes his head. We had a chat in his apartment. One thing led to another, and another led me on all fours.
Jeez.
It was a nice change of pace.
Go off, I guess.
It surprises me how easily I managed to get that out of him. Almost like he wants me to know.
Y'all are Eskimo brothers. You gotta be able to share stuff with one another.
Yeah. You're not denying it. Denying it would be a waste of both our time. And I do hate wasting time. I think it's your turn to answer my question. There's no getting out of this one. Just, forget about the appointment I had. Must have been an important fellow if you left without buying anything. You could say that again. You looked frightened. I was worried I had said something to upset you. Murdoch? Sam? What's the matter? Cliff came padding back to us. Oh, Sam and I had some matters to talk about. You can talk on the road if you'd like. We need to be out of town before the sun rises. Very well. We'll continue this conversation some other time, then.
All right, then.
There we go.
Chapter 2, Clifford.
Yeah.
How nice.
A little
Little covered wagon with some slash marks on it.
Oh, that's just the foldings of the curtain.
No.
Yeah.
No. On the outside, not the inside.
Yeah, no, that's just the folds.
No,
because it gets a little wrinkled.
No.
Because fabric like waves.
I know it does, but those
Yeah.
look kind of like just like slash holes. Just like little slash holes, like something slashes through.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
In the cover of darkness, Jebediah leads us through the empty streets all the way to the outskirts of town, where he's prepared a small wooden wagon. It ain't a pretty one, but it looks well maintained. The paint on the wood's cracked, but the wheels are in good shape, and the sailcloth canopy looks like it will offer decent coverage. I could do without the smell. That's coming from the pair of old donkeys standing in front.
So, unuplifted brethren. They have not been uplifted. They are just donkeys on all fours.
Yeah.
I bet it's a weird sight watching a clothed, upright horse taking care of an on all fours donkey.
Whatever. Whatever. And Goof Troop Goofy has a dog. I mean, it has a cat.
Yeah.
He has a cat, and then Pete has a dog.
Pete has a dog. Yeah.
There you go.
It's a little
funny. It's a little funny.
We keep these second-class citizens subjugated so they don't think of themselves as needing full amenities.
Right? They seem well taken care of, at least, though they don't exactly look like they're gonna be of much help trekking across the desert. I wonder if we're gonna be okay.
It's like in My Little Pony how horses pull carriages and trains.
Yeah.
But that's their job, right?
Yeah.
They're sentient and get paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
Yeah. But then you have animals like Angel.
Yeah. But they're all kind of low-key sentient a little bit, right? Angel's an asshole and understands, but can end up doing the right thing. There's the ducks can't though. Ducks are stupid.
Yeah.
But you have squirrels and shit that are also I don't know. It's funny.
Fine.
It's funny when you have sentient animals versus not fully sentient animals.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you gonna do?
Okay. Judging by the look on Murdoch's face, he feels much the same. I help with the heavy lifting. Much of Cliff's gear goes on the wagon. Murdoch's brought a few crates of supplies with him. More packs of canned food than I can count, and booze. Is this all from the store? We're we really gonna need all this. Fortune favors the prepared, my friend. As much faith as I have in Jebediah and our group, disaster could strike at any moment. It's a good thing you came along, Samuel. Without a strong man such as yourself, or Murdoch on camera duty, I I'd have had to delay my expedition even further. Perhaps I wouldn't have been able to go on at all. My sponsor would have been so disappointed. That's that's the first time I've heard about a sponsor. I figured he was paying for this out of pocket, rich as he probably is. True, I suppose. I haven't told you yet, Samuel. My expenses have been paid for graciously by my donor. Now, I will be the first to admit that I have had a rather fortunate upbringing. I do not want for money, and I've been able to see more of the world than I could have ever dreamed once I left for university. But expeditions like these don't come cheap. Without my sponsor, why, I wouldn't be here right now. Who is your sponsor? He... Cliff clears his throat with a soft hem. He does not wish to be named unless I am speaking for him in an official capacity for diplomatic endeavors. That that ain't suspicious at all. It'll be money well spent. My thesis, it will change how we view native populations across the world.
How nice.
Not sure spending money on a horse counts as money well spent, but I can't complain. Especially when this is getting me out of Echo. You really think so? Researching the Meseta culture has been a dream of mine since I was but a first year. I've devoted every book, every newspaper clipping I could ever hope to find, and it's all led me here. Wait, it's all led me right here. Murdoch clears his throat. Cliff. Sorry. Cliff isn't the only heavy reader in our midst. Right, Jebediah?
Oh, he's a reader.
Yeah. The horse, attending to one of the donkeys, grunts. Seeing them next to each other is kind of uncanny, and I struggle to keep my eye on Cliff.
See, it is weird. I was right.
The coming days have to be perfect. I cannot allow anything to go wrong. If I can't help all there is to know, I can't learn all there is to know about the Meseta tribe, I might as well go home. Those are some lofty expectations. Not to say it won't be enjoyable, of course. You bring a guitar or something? No, I did. And he has quite a good singing voice. Stop flattering me, Mr. Tibbets. You're too humble. It's the truth. This fox is anything but humble. I'm looking forward to hearing you sing as well, Samuel.
Let's go.
Sing? Dancing was more than enough for me. I don't don't exactly have the voice of an angel. Ah, but you look like one.
Aww.
Oh my god.
Everyone hold the guy in the background holds up a sign says say aw. Aw. I really like this laughing portrait for Murdoch. It's really funny.
Ah, no, William has the best laughing one. Murdoch laughs. I know it shouldn't, but Cliff saying that makes my face all warm. Maybe because of how innocent it sounds coming out of his mouth. Maybe because I actually enjoyed being around him last night. It's a good thing Jebediah isn't watching. I still don't know what to think of that horse. Besides singing about about enjoying yourself, it's all about performing well. It's not all about. No, it is all about. Let's scratch that.
Wow.
It's all about performing well. You know.
Cutthroat.
Yeah. No.
But
You're
realistic.
You're exempt from this if you're a VTuber.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. Like I've watched Amalia's karaoke streams.
Well, Echo Project, you heard, and you gotta make VTubers for these guys.
Oh,
and then
my God.
they'll be okay to be bad singers. If they just do covers.
Okay, but I would love a Chase VTube model to announce a new like Echo Project material.
That would be pretty cool. Hey everyone, there's gonna be.
Hey everyone, Chunter here.
Chunter 1994.
Oh
Chunter
my
1994 here, and be on the lookout for the next update for a role to play coming out on Patreon in 2 weeks.
Okay. At least that's what they told me every week at choir practice. He chuckles. I suppose I wasn't very good either. Jebediah steps back from the wagon, turning to Cliff.
Everything's packed. We should be ready to go.
There should be like a thingy there.
Like a haystack?
Yeah.
Well, they don't really
He
grow.
seems like the kind of guy.
Yeah, but they don't really grow wheat around here.
That's too well. You know what? That's never stopped anyone from just putting in a wheat stick or a twigu there. Just,
I mean, it
just
is
for the aesthetic.
It will because for the aesthetic, you need there to be available stalks of wheat.
You really don't.
How else would you put?
It's called character design. It's called character design. You know?
I'm talking about in universe, though.
No one has to call attention to it.
You know Murdoch would.
Like, do they...
It's like, wow, Jeff, you've been chewing on that same stalk a week for 5 months. How do you manage that? Don't worry about it, buddy.
And then he takes out a cigarette case, opens it up, and he just has a bunch of premium lined wheat stalks in there and grabs another one.
Yo, I kind of love the idea of... Because I've definitely seen someone have like a big like cigar case, like a big metal cigar case.
Yeah.
Open it up and there's just hot dogs. I've definitely seen that before.
Oh my God.
But like having a cigarette case and you open it up and there's just like really pristine looking like little wheat stalks.
Yeah.
Just like pulling out.
There's an old movie my dad showed me called like Johnny Dangerously or something like that.
That
Good
sounds
name.
awesome.
And it's a comedic gang film.
Okay.
But when the main character Johnny becomes like one of the new gang leader, he like the leader symbol of like means you're the gang leader is a cigarette case.
Okay.
But he doesn't smoke. Because, smoking's bad, kids. And he says that to the camera.
Of course.
And when he opens it up, he just has bubble gum in there.
Let's go. Let's go.
He's like, I don't smoke cigarettes. I got chewing gum in here.
That's what I would do. That's what I would absolutely do.
And I've only watched that film once, like 2 decades ago.
But it stayed with you.
And I'm like, that joke stayed with me. I'm like,
That's
okay.
pretty
okay.
good. Johnny Dangerously.
Yeah.
What a good name.
Splendid. Are we going?
Chapter 3.
Please! Okay. If the chapters were that fast, like, lit, fire, dab.
Respecting my time.
Right? We catch the first ray of sunlight just as we pass the town gates. I don't need to see much to know there's a barren wasteland stretching out for miles in front of us. Still, it makes me grin just looking at it. After all this time, I'm finally leaving Echo. Hoping we might see some of the woods. Ain't been in a woods forest for God knows how long. What? What?
Nothing.
Okay. The clacking of hooves makes quite a racket this early in the morning. Jebediah's in his wagon, Cliff's walking by his side. He's a fast walker. Mrjosh and I are even lagging behind. Isn't that the prettiest sight you've ever seen? You ain't never seen a sunrise before. Come on, Samuel. Where's your sense of adventure?
Yes, Sam.
Must have lost it with the blow to the head. The
True.
back of my head. That's fine. But I can't say that. Or talk about what Hendrik said earlier. A pang of guilt hits me when I think again about what might happen to Nick if James can't stay calm and his whore leaving town. Is he gonna lose his job? Get killed? It'd all be my fucking fault.
True.
Add that to the list of terrible things I've done. I'm gonna have to live with it somehow. For all I know, Hendrix was just making empty threats. Maybe talking will clear my mind. You leave town often. For errands and professional, occasional spots of nature photography, yes. But not for too long. I spend enough time trying to keep up with things at home as it is. How about yourself? It strikes me that I never did learn that much about you. You're not from around Echo, are you? Originally, I mean. I can tell by your accent. Of course he fucking knows. I'm not surprised at this point.
He just knows things.
Right? I have to shield my eyes from the sun once I look forward again. It's colored the desert a glinting orange, and I have to agree with Murdoch. It does look beautiful. A Cliff struggling with a large map, heavy map, that's about as big as he is. He's looking back at us when a gust of desert wind blows it against his face with a loud schmack, knocking his glasses askew. He squeaks in surprise. Jebediah, maybe in an act of mercy, takes the map from him without question, taking a peek at it himself. I too am rather curious. The Stout slows down to join us, a bottle brush tail swaying side to side, and fixes his glasses. It seems I've got an audience. I ain't from around here, no. Not even from the state. The southeastern side of the country, perhaps? He manages to pick that up? The Magnolia State.
Oh, he plays Magnolia.
Yeah, what a loser.
Unfortunate.
Ah.
Not even picking the good Stoicheia one.
Yeah, Granfia.
Well, I like my underwater daddy, so it's fine.
Yeah, but Granfia's Big Noble Wolfer.
Yeah, Big Noble Wolf are pretty cool.
Yeah.
But sexy, edgy underwater shaman man.
Do you like blue-pilled Zorga, red-pilled Zorga, or Joker-fied Zorga? Since there are 3 different Zorgas.
I think I might be a Joker-fied Zorga sort of man, you know?
I get that. It's kind of the best build currently.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. I said that at the card show. Someone was like, oh, I'm thinking of building Zorga. And I'm like, are you building blue-pilled, red-pilled, or Joker-fied Zorga? And this girl just stared at me.
Just doesn't know.
Was just like, I really hate that I know exactly what that means. Like, which builds I'm talking about.
Glorious. Holy shit. Couldn't ask for better. That's amazing. Fucking love that shit.
Right? I thought so. You did? His way of speaking clued me in. Linguistics might not necessarily be my area of expertise, but I like to pay attention. After all, languages and how they're spoken play a large role not only in communication, but in social and cultural identity as well. They can tell you a lot about a person's upbringing. You can tell all that just by listening to them. That's a scary thought. Yes. It's rather interesting. I'd love to go over it in more detail at some point. You seem to have an accent all your own, Cliff. I may be Boptavian, but I've lived abroad a few years now. I haven't even gone back home to visit in half a decade. Do you still speak Batavian? I haven't spoken it in a while. After I left for uni, I never felt the need, after my courses were in Albion, and most of my students spoke Albion as well.
Albion.
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 Yep. Well, I'd love to hear some Batavian. What about you, Sam? Jebediah? Oh, computer. Oh, yes.
Gambate.
Yes. Yes.
Fighto. Fighto.
This is Darian's computer, everyone.
Yeah.
So we can blame him.
It's having a little bit of a scrungly time.
There we go. The horse grumbles, canting his head as he looks at the map. Well, I hate this.
Well, it loaded.
No, I mean like
Oh.
the music.
Oh, just switched over.
Yeah, the music, and he's
It's a
little
fun
like
times. He said, ooh,
Oh.
ooh, ooh.
ooh woo.
He is an uwu bitch.
Right.
Above anyone else, Cliff is an uwu bitch.
Yeah, that's why he's Twibbits.
Quiffwood Twibbits.
Quiffwood Twibbits, everyone.
Uwu.
Okay, we'll end the part here.
Okie doke.
So we'll see you around, everyone.